Welcome one, welcome all to ANS Reddit. On today's slate of stories, we've got some bone-chilling ones that'll keep you up for the next month, contemplating every decision. Without further ado, what's our first story?
I met my father yesterday in a bus, even though he died 10 years ago. My father passed away when I was 15. It's back in 2016. He had cancer. After his demise, my mother and sister had several dreams of him. Sadly, I never had any. Being a boy, I had to be strong enough to accept the reality. I even sleep at the bed where my father used to sleep. It's been 10 years. I never dreamt about him. Even if I did, it was natural and happy one. Never had any spooky feeling even sleeping on the same bed. Until yesterday. Something very weird happened, and I'm still in a shock. I was going to office in a bus as cabs were unavailable. A middle-aged person sat next to me, and he exactly looked like my father. I was out of words. My father was around 6 feet, brown and lean. That man was the same, just a bit fat. He even smiled at me like my father used to when I used to come back from school. I wanted to talk to him. I wanted to say that he is a doppelganger of someone I used to love the most. I couldn't. It was a mixed feeling of horror and emotion. When his stop came by, he stood up and said, "Good to see you growing." I still don't know if I was hallucinating. I know I wasn't. I sleep well. I don't smoke or drink, neither at the time I had any reason to hallucinate. I don't know what happened yesterday, but I feel like my life has changed, and this is the first time in my entire life I am having a trauma. An unpleasant, weird trauma. Whoa. What's the next story?
Whoa, indeed. My mom hid my childhood voice recorder until she passed away, and I finally know why. When I was 8, my dad bought me one of those cheap little voice recorders from Radio Shack. I used it for everything. I recorded myself singing commercial jingles. I recorded my mom telling me to stop recording her. I recorded my dad snoring on the couch and played it back at full volume until he chased me upstairs. After my parents divorced, I used it differently. I started recording my room at night, not because I believed in ghosts, not at first. I did it because I kept waking up with that feeling that someone had just been talking to me. Not a dream voice, not my mom calling from the hallway, a whisper right beside my ear. Every morning I would check the recorder. Most nights it was nothing. Blank hiss, blank hiss, blank hiss. Then, on October 14th, 2007, I caught it. At first, it was just the sound of me breathing. The little plastic recorder made everything tinny and far away, like I was listening from the bottom of a well. Then my mattress creaked. I heard myself shift in bed, and then a voice said, "Not yet." It was soft, female, close to the microphone. I screamed so loudly my mom thought I had hurt myself. She listened to the recording twice. The first time, her face went pale. The second time, she said it was probably a radio signal or one of my toys. The next day, the recorder disappeared. I assumed she threw it away. I was wrong. My mom died 3 months ago. I've been cleaning out her house slowly because grief is weird. Some days I can throw away whole boxes. Some days I find a grocery list in her handwriting and I lose an hour sitting on the floor. Last night, I found the recorder in a shoebox at the back of her closet. It was wrapped in 3 dish towels and duct tape. There was a sticky note on top. In my mom's handwriting, it said, "Do not play last file," which obviously meant I played every file except the last one. Most were exactly what I remembered. Me singing, me laughing, my dad pretending to be a monster, my mom saying, "Sweetie, please stop recording while I'm on the phone." Then I found the night recordings. Blank kiss, blank kiss, blank kiss, and then the October 14th file. My breathing, the mattress creak, that soft voice, "Not yet." I sat in my mom's empty bedroom with the recorder in my hand and felt 8 years old again. There were more files after that. I don't remember making them. The next one was dated October 15th. 3 minutes of silence. And then my sleeping voice whispered, "When?" A pause. Then the woman answered, "When she stops watching." The next file was October 16th. My voice, again, thick with sleep. "Who are you?" The woman said, "The one under your bed." October 17th. Me, "Are you going to hurt me?" Her, "No." Me, "Are you going to hurt Mom?" Her, "I already did." That was when I stopped. My mother had a miscarriage before me. I only found out as a teenager during one of those family arguments where adults revealed things they shouldn't. A little girl, according to my aunt, stillborn. My mother never spoke about it. I looked at the recorder. There was one file left. The last file. The one my mother begged me not to play. I didn't resist. The file had no date, just a default name. Recording 1. At first, I thought it was broken. No hiss, no static, just perfect silence. Then I heard my mother crying. Not the way she cried near the end when the cancer had hollowed her out and made everything soft. This was younger crying, raw, panicked, breathless. Then her voice. "Please," she whispered, "take me instead." A little girl giggled. My stomach turned cold. The girl said, "You'll forget." My mother sobbed. No, I won't." "You will." There was a long silence. Then the little girl said, "But he'll remember." The recording ended. I sat there for a while, staring at the tiny gray machine in my palm. I don't know how long the room had gotten darker without me noticing. Then I saw it. A new file had appeared. Recording 2. I hadn't pressed record. I hadn't touched anything. The timestamp was tomorrow's date. I don't mean the recorder glitched. I don't mean the file name was wrong. The date was May 17th, 2026. Tomorrow. My hands were shaking so badly it took me 3 tries to press play. Silence first. Then I heard myself. Not childhood me. Me now. Older. Breathless. Crying. "I'm sorry," my recorded voice whispered. "I shouldn't have played it." And in the background, something dragged across the floor. Slow. Heavy. The sound of it made my teeth hurt. Then my voice again. "Mom, please tell me what to..." It cut off. A pause. Then the woman's voice, the same one, the exact same one from when I was 8, said, "She's not watching anymore." The recording ended. I'm writing this from my kitchen table. Every light in the house is on. The recorder is in front of me, and I keep looking at it, even when I'm trying to look at the screen. A few minutes ago, another file appeared. Recording 3. Tomorrow's date again. I haven't played it. I'm not going to. I keep thinking about what my mom did, what she must have understood that night when she snuck into my room and took the recorder. How long she watched. How long she stayed awake to stay between me and whatever it was that was talking to me in the dark. Years, maybe. The whole rest of her life. And I undid it in an hour because I couldn't leave well enough alone. I'm sorry, Mom. I'm so sorry. I can hear something beneath the kitchen floor. Not scratching, not knocking. Breathing. Straight up bone chilling.
Shiver me bones. One last story to end off these scary tales. This one comes from a user who says, "I clean a hospital at night." For context, I got this job like 5-ish months ago. I'm in charge of cleaning all common areas, waiting rooms, hallways, office spaces, etc. of the 3-story non-inpatient hospital. I have a couple of coworkers who clean other areas, surgical centers, urgent care, pediatrics, etc., so I don't see them very often. Last month I had just gotten to the first floor and started my route with cleaning the bathrooms. The bathrooms face a hallway with a waiting room off to the left and some office spaces to the right. I had just finished the first bathroom and was heading into the second when I noticed what looked like a young woman peeking around the corner by the office spaces. I did a double take and she wasn't there. I was genuinely confused as none of my coworkers looked similar to her. She had an uncanny valley look, and she was in front of a completely white wall, so it was not like my brain could have seen a poster and humanized it. Either way, I kinda just ignored it and continued my route. Not even 10 minutes later, I was bending over to change a trash bag facing the wall when my shirt was completely pulled away from my back and dropped. I spun around hoping it was one of my coworkers playing a joke, but nobody was there. I was super freaked out and kinda yelled, "I didn't say you could touch me." Finished my job and left. I haven't had anything even close happen to me again. No clue what it was, but it was creepy as flip. Okay, that one sent a chill down all of my spine.